It's the Boston Red Sox and the Toronto Blue Jays. Well, this place is ready. We'll be right back to get this series started in just a minute. John Shambi, Chris Singleton with you, singing This Should Be Fun.
Well, you can feel the energy in the ballpark, and these two teams have fought through so much adversity to get here. When you get here, you forget about individual statistics and you play for the team. When the team is able to do that, they see themselves go to another level, and I'm looking forward to seeing that tonight.
All right, the stage is set for what should be a really good game one as this series gets underway. Introductions wrapping up down on the field, and first pitch just minutes away. Just about set to go down. Our starter in this one, Bowden Francis. How about a report on him, Chris?
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. And he's right. He's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
Chop to third. Clement over to first. One out in the top of the first. As we check out the lineup for the Boston Red Sox, they're dealing with a top-level arm on the mound, so this figures to be a tough matchup for them. What's the key to the offense today, Singy?
Well, Boog, I think when you got a guy that's this talented on the mound, you got to find ways to disrupt his rhythm, make him uncomfortable a little bit. The guys that can handle the bat and perhaps, bunt for a base hit, get him moving off the mound. If you're in the box and he seems to be just in a flow, step out, mess up his timing, somehow try to get in his head a little bit. And then when he does come in the zone, you may only get one pitch. You better not miss it.
2 down, base is empty. Now it's Devers at the plate. Devers, the baby-faced assassin. Swing and a miss. And that is strike one. And Singy, as a team, you need to make the most of the very few opportunities he's going to give you, right?
Absolutely. And if you don't get to guys like this a lot of times early, once they really settle in, it's going to be the later innings that they hand that ball over to a reliever if they do at all.
Fires over to Guerrero. Red Sox go 1-2-3. Nothing doing for Boston. Now the Blue Jays will get their chance. No score. This is the American League Championship Series on the show. Back here with my pal Singy. And our pitcher tonight, Cutter Crawford.
Oh, this guy featuring that straight four-seam fastball, but off of it throws the cutter. And really, he's most effective when he's using that cutter off the four-seam fastball just to miss the barrel of the bat. Not always going to see the swings and misses, but if you can somehow get weaker contact, you have a chance to collect some outs. Now, it's going to look the same until the very last second, so hitters are going to have to make a decision and hope that sometimes they're able to guess right.
Got him looking. Not sure about that call. Pitcher might have gotten a friendly strike 3. So he gets the call and picks up the strikeout looking.
Sometimes with a good hitter at the plate, he'll be the one to get the benefit of the doubt if he lays off on a close pitch like that, but just not right there. Strike zone definitely expanded a little bit with 2 strikes.
Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now. Hit on the ground to short. Hamilton. Boots it. Runner on at first with 1 gone. And now to the plate, here's the Toronto DH, Anthony Santander. In the dirt, but kept close.
0-1.
That's outside. And 1-1. The 1-1 is fouled off. Guerrero leads off first with one away. That one missed.
That's a good pitch there. Really had some run and finished a little up and in just on the edge. And that's one of those, if you swing at it, hit a broken bat as you jog back to the dugout.
And ball 4, 2 aboard. So now it's the 4-hole hitter, Addison Barger. First pitch doesn't find the zone.
The crowd here has been fired up even before the first pitch for this series, and they'll go crazy right here if they can take an early first inning lead.
That one misses. That's 5 straight.
Good spot for the hitter. Definitely has the advantage in this count with runners on. Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
6 straight outside the strike zone. George Springer in the on-deck circle, hoping to get a chance to make a big impact here. On the ground to first, could be 2. Casas over to second, return throw to first, got him, double play, and that'll do it. Jay's silence to the opening frame. Second inning from Toronto coming up on the show. No score. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. And now the first baseman, Tristan Casas. Late on that fastball. The atmosphere around postseason baseball, there really isn't anything like it in the sport. It's the time of year where the rally towels come out and the crowd energy gets cranked up even higher. And a swing and a miss. And now one away.
Well, he made pretty quick work of him right there. You look at the sequence, everything down at the knees and below. And some guys are good low ball hitters, but right there, they clearly had a plan to pound that part of the zone, and he wasn't able to put up much of a fight.
Masataka Yoshida, the batter now as he swings and misses for strike 1. That one down the line, and it kicks off the bag. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
You look up in the stands in games like this, you just see a giant mass of color. Everything just blurs together, and it can be hard as a player not to get distracted by that kind of energy.
Second inning here, no score. Next offering is in for a strike.
I mean, that's perfect location, right on the black. I mean, over and over again, this guy demonstrates the ability to hit those spots. They're so tough to do anything with as a hitter. Man, it's so tough to let a slow curveball like that one just travel all the way into the contact zone. You see it out of the hand, and you're telling yourself, off speed, stay back. But you just get too excited, you think you're going to hammer it, and you still end up way out in front.
Connor Wong up next for the Red Sox. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. That's a little bit low. First and second, 2 down. Here in game 1 of the ALCS. Next offering in there for a strike. And the count 1-2. Move to second. Two on, 2 outs. Strike 3, got him swinging. Make it 4 strikeouts for him on the bump today.
Well, this guy competes hard. We see the emotion there. I love it. Great job of getting out of the jam.
Bottom half of inning number 2. Here's George Springer. Crawford back to work. Just missed. Springer goes 6 feet 3 inches, a member of the 1,000 hit club, and he won a Gold Glove in 2025. And a swing and a miss there.
1-1.
Line drive, and that's a base hit out into center field. So a runner aboard to start the inning.
Couldn't have timed it up any better than that. Just a cookie down the middle. I mean, those are the ones you dream about. Ones in the cage, you're just hoping you get in the ball game. Right down the middle, not a whole lot of velocity, right on top of it.
Stepping in, Dalton Varsho. And a foul ball. Swing and a miss. No balls, 2 strikes.
He's trying to stay away from this lefty, knowing that a lot of left-handers like the ball down and in.
Nobody out. Runner at first.
That wasn't an easy pitch to hit. It's much easier to do damage against mistakes, but that's not what that pitch was.
That's off the inside corner. Now 1-2. Gets a piece and stays alive. Here's a rocket out to left. And that one hops the wall. Throw comes in. Runner stopped. Second and third. Nobody out. A perfect example right there. That plate discipline, it pays off.
The deeper he gets into a count, the more comfortable he becomes, and he usually wins the battle.
Here's the left fielder, Davis Schneider. Golden opportunity right here. To the left side, but it is well foul. Springer, the runner at third. Varsho stands at second. No outs. On the ground to Devers. And that is a big first out. Here's the second baseman, Ernie Clement. Pitch is in there. Strike one.
Well, the key to his success is getting ahead early in the count. He cannot afford to go deep in the counts. Doesn't have a ton of swing and miss stuff, so he's going to have to work efficiently.
Second and third, one away. Bottom half of inning number 2. Line, and that's a base hit. And they strike first as they take a 1-0 lead. Throw cut off, now to the plate. The tag out. But they do get a run.
The base runner did a great job of making that a close play at the plate with an excellent slide. Made the catcher work to get out there and put down the tag. The throw was on the money, and that's what made the difference. Big time play to cut down a run.
Runner at second, 2 down. Next offering is fouled back. Man on second, 2 down. Swing and a high fly ball out there towards left field. Durant pulls it down, and that is that. Top half of the third inning. Here's the center fielder, Ceddanne Rafaela. That one's in there. 0-1. High fly ball out towards left field. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's...
Swing, and this one's blasted. It's got a chance. Onto the track, and he makes the catch. David Hamilton will hit next. And that's a base hit. And that extends the inning.
He was all over that one. Anytime you rip a line.
Runner on the go. Pitch misses. Throw. Save. That's a stolen base. Intentional walk here with 2 out. They set up a force at any base to end the inning.
Well, it doesn't get much easier with this next batter, but I totally understand going with the intentional walk in that spot. He's just too dangerous at the plate right now, and there's a base open, so it gives you options defensively to get an out.
And that's the third out. Strands a pair. They're down 1-0. And we're back, set for the bottom of the third. And now the shortstop, Bichette. And that one ripped to left. And foul ball.
Great swing and solid contact. Just a little too quick. He's got to stay back a little longer.
The shortstop takes the ball. Next offering upstairs.
2-1.
Chop back up the middle. Bounces into the outfield for a base hit. And a good start to the inning. Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. He's 0 for 1. Runner at first with no outs here. And ball 1. And now 2-1. Hit on the ground, might be 2. Off balance feed, there's 1. Their second double play in just the first 3 innings here today.
Oh man, what a smooth double play. That was a thing of beauty from start to finish.
Anthony Santander at the plate. Walked his first time. This one ripped, but foul to the right. Two down, nobody on. And that one upstairs, ball 1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And that one is in for a strike. Good pitch.
One way to make a guy real uncomfortable at the plate is pound him inside with good velocity. They're doing that right here.
Hit in the air, center field. Duran on the move. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that ends the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and no one left. On to the 4th now in game number 1. It's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. Back here at Rogers Center, John Sciambi with Chris Singleton, and set to lead off the 4th, Masataka Yoshida. And the first offering a fastball for a strike.
He's been known to jump all over the first pitch, so that seems like a missed opportunity right there.
And that's pushed foul off to the left and out of play. Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit. Man aboard on the leadoff single.
Really nice job of 2-strike hitting in that at bat. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch. Just shot it through the infield.
Here's Alex Bregman. That's too low. Ball one. Tying run is at first here in game one of the ALCS. Swing and a miss. That one in the dirt.
Sometimes being lucky is a swing and miss.
See ya. Strikes him out for the second time today.
You know, splitters aren't thrown by a ton of pitchers, and one of the main reasons is that they're difficult to control. And not many guys can spot them consistently where they want to, but he's one of those exceptions. He's found a way to corral a split, and he can place it on a dime just like he did right there.
That one the other way. Barker tossed to second. Relay to Guerrero in time, inning-ending double play. No runs, one hit, no errors, and no one left. And midway in the fourth, it's the Blue Jays 1 and the Red Sox nothing. See, every time you see me, I got something new. Back now in Toronto, ready to go for the last half of the inning. Down to third baseman, Addison Barker. Swinging a foul straight back. Not close with that one. 1-2 to count. And the sweeper misses for a ball.
We got a full count.
Hard ground ball, base knock. So a man on base to start the inning. And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. 1 for 1 with a single and a run scored so far. Ball one low.
Well, these Jays doing a great job, Boog, of just waiting for the right pitch to come their way, and I'm seeing very patient at-bats out of him. He's only given up 1 run, but the starter's pitch count is starting to get up there, and that might be the best news yet for this offense.
So 2 balls and no strikes.
You know, sometimes all it takes is getting to the next arm before an offense does any damage, and that might be the case today.
Close one, doesn't get the call. And now 3-0. Barker on at first, nobody out. That clips the corner. And ball 4, 2 aboard.
Well, now he's got 2 runners on after that walk, and things can get out of hand in a hurry in these situations, so he's going to have to find a way to get back into the strike zone.
First and second, no outs. Now here is Dalton Varsho. Doubled his first time up. And there's a foul ball. That one outside. And the count even 1-1. Drilled out towards left center field. That one back. Bangs off the wall. 1 run across. Here comes Springer around third. The relay throw. Not in time. He's safe at the plate. And they're up by 3.
Everything came together for him. So close to blasting that one out of here the other way. But that's very tough to do when you take on the outfield gap like that. Beautiful swing, though. Let the ball get a little deep and to the opposite field.
Manager out of the... They hand the ball over to a new arm, Lucas Giolito.
Just trying to keep this one close here, and this is where a bullpen can give their players a chance to fight back into the game.
Schneider stands in now, looks at that one inside. You know, we talk so much about how guys prepare for a start. For Giolito, one of the things that's really cool, he actually uses scouting reports and then plays MLB The Show to execute how he's going to go about attacking hitters. Double-barreled action in the bullpen. Josh Winkowski up and loosening in the pen. Swanson getting cranked up as well. Next pitch is outside. And that one lifted in the air, center field. Rafaela under it. He's got it. Runner tags at second. And the throw's offline. Safe at third. So man aboard. And next for Toronto, Ernie Clement. RBI single his last time up. And that one is lifted in the air. Long run, tracks it down. Runner tags from third. He's in on the sac fly, and it's 4-0. So up next for Toronto, Alejandro Kirk. Fly to left his first time. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did.
0-1's the count.
Up the middle. Whips it to Casas. That ends the inning. Game 1 of the American League Championship Series. So stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Now this ball is well hit. This one's got a chance. And it hits the fence. Safe at second with a leadoff double.
Oh, that started and ended pretty quickly. No messing around right there.
He absolutely ripped that ball out front and almost got it out of here, man. Just a really strong, balanced swing, and a fraction of an inch different on the bat, and it is probably out of here.
Could be a chance here for them to start clawing back into this ball game.
Wong stands at second with no outs. Hacks and misses. It's a strikeout.
He had him out in front, which isn't easy to do against a hitter like this, known for using the entire field. Just couldn't sit back long enough on that one.
So the batting order turns over. Now batting Jarren Duran. 0 for 2 in this one. And that one off the outside edge. Line drive, caught.
It's never fun going back to the dugout after hitting a line drive that finds a glove, but you will get some high fives. You know, when you make great contact, you feel like you've done everything right. But in this game of baseball, not everything is in your control.
That one pushed foul, out of play off to the left. Swing and a miss as he was late. 2 outs and 1 in scoring position. Next offering upstairs.
2 balls, 2 strikes.
Swings and misses, struck him out. And the Red Sox lead 1. They're down 4-0. Welcome back as we take a look at how today's starting pitchers have fared so far. Giolito back to work. Ball 1 there. Giolito, a former All-Star. He features a 4-seam fastball, a changeup, a slider, and he occasionally uses a curve. And the pitch. In the air on the infield, Casas has this one sized up and puts the squeeze on that one. 1 down.
Now batting, the first baseman,
Vladimir Guerrero Jr., the next to hit. Singy, he's a guy that covers both sides of the plate about as well as anyone in the sport. How difficult is that to do?
Well, just look at the back of my bubblegum card. You'll see how hard it is. These guys are great, man. They have the ability to look out there, but also to be able to turn on the inside pitch. Those that can really sharpen things on the outer half, those are the ones that become elite.
Santander stands in here, takes ball one low. And another ball.
He's been raking in recent games, and a big reason why, getting ahead in counts. He's been able to do that consistently, and you see the results.
Swung on, belted. Way back there. And it is gone. That one felt good, and they add a pair. It's 6-0.
With a low 90s fastball, you have to live on the edges and hit your spots. If you don't, you'll get hit hard. Really good swing there. Patient, waited for it. It was like BP all over again.
One out, base is empty. Now the Toronto four-hole hitter, Addison Barger, 1 for 2. And first offering is fouled off. Still only one out here in the inning. There's the strike. Rips one to right and foul ball. Cut on and lifted in the air. Rafaela hauls it in for the out. 2 away. And the batter is George Springer. That one out to right. Abreu. He's there. He's got it. And that is the third out of the inning. The Jays get a pair on this homer. It's now a 6-0 ball game. You're watching the American League Championship Series on the show. And we're back. Here's the third baseman, Rafael Devers.
Well, every pitcher wants a run support, and having a lead is nice, but it can be challenging for some pitchers. I think
this one swung on and hit well. Way back there. Pulls it in on the warning track. Now batting Tristan Casas. Pitch misses there, and that's ball one. Swing and a ground ball out to short. Slings to first in time.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball. Good execution.
Yoshida stands in now and watches strike one. Next pitch is downstairs. Two outs. This one popped up. Bichette nabs it, and that is that. So another good inning for him on the mound. Bottom of the 6th, and now for the Jays, Dalton Varsho. Fly ball center field. Rafaela Calls it in, and there's one away. So up next, Davis Schneider. That's the third. Devers slings it across. 2 gone.
Good late bite on that slider. Got the hitter out in front, rolled over on it. Exactly what he was supposed to do.
Clement in the box with 2 gone, and takes a look at a called strike. The Red Sox with some bullpen action. Aroldis Chapman, the left-hander, up and throwing. Swanson also throwing. And that drops in for a strike.
0-2 count, both pitches on the inside part of the plate. Hitter is thinking, I don't want to get beat here. This is a good time for some.
And he got him. Strike 3, and that'll retire the side. We go to the top of the 7th. Now it's the second baseman, Alex Bregman. On the corner for a strike.
Usually when a pitcher's had a dominant outing, he has filled up the strike zone and he's gotten ahead in the count with first pitch strikes. Well, that's exactly what this guy has done in this one. Over 70% first pitch strikes.
That one misses in the dirt. Popped up. Clement. And there's one down.
Good hard fastball up in the zone right there. They look really good coming in, but so hard to get on top of as a hitter.
Wilyer Abreu now at the plate. He's a guy, Chris's highlights include some of the best throws from the outfield that you will ever see. Definitely one of the best arms of the sport.
Yeah, the infielders and the catcher can never give up on a play, because if this guy thinks he has a chance, he's going to throw it from the warning track if he has to.
And now he steps off the rubber. Check swing, and he went. That's strike 1.
0-1's the count.
That clips the inside corner for a strike. Struck him out looking.
Really love the pitch sequence right there. I'm telling you what, pitcher and catcher are on the same page right now.
And stepping in for Boston, Connor Wong. Swing and a miss, and that's strike 1.
0-1.
2 down, nobody on. Here in the late stages of game 1. Strike 2.
0-2 is the count.
Cut on and missed, and it's a strikeout, and that is the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. Still up against us. Welcome back. Taking a look at our game summer. That's in there. That's strike 1. Right through there for a strike.
Now just a cement mixer slider right there. It's a great pitch to hit if you can recognize it early and jump on it.
Out there to center. Makes a nice grab at a full sprint. And there's one down.
That's just a really nice catch on the run right there. He saved extra bases for sure. If the pitcher's his friend, he'll give him a second to catch his breath before he's ready to deal the next pitch.
Swing and a high fly ball to left. Puts it away for the out. And next for Toronto, Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Outside, 1-0. The Blue Jays up big in this one here in game 1 of the ALCS. Swing and a chopper out to short. The throw to first. Inning over. 1-2-3 go the Blue Jays. Back here at Rogers Center, we're at the top of the 8th. So stepping in for Boston, Ceddanne Rafaela. That misses the zone, and that's ball 1.
Now, Boog, it's so important to have a well-rested bullpen in the postseason, so it really helps getting starts like this. They're in position to win game 1, and now we can expect the bullpen to be sharp for game 2.
Here's a high chopper. Barger fires over to first. Leadoff man is out here in the 8th. Durant, batting with 1 down, takes a strike. Ground ball up the middle. Clement gets it to first. 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the 8th. 2 outs, base is empty. And next for the Red Sox, David Hamilton. First offering, and it just misses. Just missed. 2 outs, base is empty. The 2-0 is in for a strike.
This batter has to understand his job is to get on base however he can. If he gets hit by a pitch, if he walks, maybe even singles, but you want to get the heart of the order up to the plate.
Next offering is down low. Rafael Devers waiting to bat for the Red Sox. Ground ball left side, and that's just foul. That one drilled left field, and that's a base hit, and that keeps the inning alive.
Showed a lot of fight with 2 strikes in that AB. Got a fastball, middle of the plate, jumped all over it. Absolutely smoked that ball.
Devers in the box now. No balls and a strike. Hamilton off of first with 2 away. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Nice grab as he reached down to make the play. On to the bottom of the 8th, and now the DH, Anthony Santander. And first offering is fouled off. Fastball for a strike. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. 1 out.
Gosh, here it is. Hit it. 3-pitch strikeout. All fastballs. Man, he's got a lot of confidence in that pitch right now.
And next will be the cleanup hitter, Addison Barger. 1 for 3. And a first pitch fastball is in for a strike. Meanwhile, activity in the bullpen. Josh Winkowski getting ready to go.
Ball 1. I got 1 ball, 1 strike.
Swing and a foul back. That's out of play. In the air, left field, down the line. Durant makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Now back, strike 2.
So up next for Toronto, George Springer. Chapman, 37 years young. He joined the team as a free agent. First pitch misses.
Ball 1, no strike.
And that's in for a strike.
1-1.
Swings and misses. And it's 1-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
Gets a piece there. We'll do it again. swings and blasts one deep to left center. And that's going to bang against the wall. Now he'll turn for second. In safely. It's a double and his second hit.
I'm sure he feels really good about that one. Off the bat, it was headed for the gap all the way. And as a hitter, you love seeing those as you take your first couple of steps out of the box. You know you got some real estate to run on, and such a good feeling. Nice liner into the gap right there.
Runner at second, 2 down. Here the bottom half of the 8th inning. Shortened a bunt and missed it, and it's 0-2. Line drive, base hit, coming home. The throw in, dives in, beats the tag. He scores, and they're pulling away up by 7 now.
Comes through with the RBI.
And so the Red Sox go to the bullpen. Eric Swanson.
Well, I got to think he probably has a little extra in the tank facing his former team, and there's not a player in the league that doesn't get a little extra motivation when he plays against his old squad.
Man at second. And he grounds one back up the middle. Oh, look at the stop. The throw, and they get the out. We're back. It's the top of the 9th, and there's a new pitcher on the mound, Mason Fukudome.
And he's coming in to pitch on 4 days rest right here. And that might not be a factor at all in terms of being rusty, but he should definitely be well rested.
And the batter now, Masataka Yoshida, on the ground to the left. And it goes just foul.
Well, the leadoff man gets on. You want to minimize the threat by playing sound defense. Hopefully the pitcher can get a ball on the ground and they can roll him up for 2.
The Jays up big in this one here in the late stages of game 1. And they'll do it again.
That's a ball.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking it bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can tell they get frustrated with how long it takes to put him away.
The 2-2. Popped up to the left into foul ground. And that's a foul ball. Grinding AB right here. About to see pitch number 10. Got him. He battled for a long time, but it finishes with a strikeout. You can't be mad at yourself after an at-bat like that one. Lifted in the air, left field, pretty well struck. Varsho hauls it in, 2 away. So the Red Sox down to their final out. And now Wilyer Abreu. The Red Sox with a lot of ground to make up here in game 1 of the ALCS. Swing and a miss, and he got him. And that'll do it.
Well, we saw complete domination in this one. The offense exploded for a blowout, and then the pitching staff nails. Locked down the opponent. This team did everything right today.
Here's another look at the numbers from this shutout victory.
Well, it takes a team effort to produce a shutout. I mean, sometimes you just got to tip your cap.